Hey everybody, welcome to Leah's Thailand plant party. I'm super stoked to be going to Thailand again and to be bringing even more people with me this time. I'm really excited, and I'm excited to kind of just go over how everything is going to work. There are going to be some things that are different from last trip, so if you've been with me on previous trips, this is still good information to hear because there's going to be some new stuff. I'm also going to have like a written post about all this if you don't want to watch a video and just would rather read it. I'll have that as well. So, to start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Leah, and I'm here in Reno, Nevada. It's in northern Nevada, it's not by Vegas. Um, it's more north. We're like 8 hours or 7.5 hours or something north of Vegas. We're by Lake Tahoe. I love Lake Tahoe. It's amazing. We did live in Texas a year ago. We lived there for a couple years and it was amazing. And that's where everything kind of started for me with plants. So I have like a special place in my heart for all the Texas people, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We miss it a lot, but it's nice to be closer to family. So, I just kind of wanted to start off with what to expect with where I'm going to be and kind of just giving you an itinerary of what I'll be doing, where I'll be going for nurseries and stuff. So in the past, I've gone to like 4 or 5, I think last time was 6 actually, nurseries, and they take pictures of plants there, all that good stuff. And a lot of the nurseries, obviously, they're nurseries, so they have like a lot of the same plant. So they have like a billion different strawberry shakes, all that stuff. But this time around, I'm gonna be focusing on the more hard to find plants, the wish list plants that people have, all that stuff. I will still be getting the plants that are in bulk, and that are more budget friendly. I'll still be getting those, but I think my biggest focus is going to be on getting those harder to find plants for people. So with that in mind, the first few days that I'm there, there's a plant show going on in Bangkok. So I'll be going to that. That's where I'll find a lot of the harder to find plants. And then after that, I'll be going to my seller's nursery. And that's where I'll be getting like all of the bulk plants. And for those plants, they'll be like the seller's choice plants. It's just like, I wish that I could just take pictures of all of the plants and then assign them to people, people can pick. But I unfortunately don't have the time to do that. So to make it easier, I just say it's seller's choice. Here's what they look like. Here's what you can expect. And so then that will be like day 3 or 4, I'll be going to my seller's nursery. And then the last day I'm in Bangkok, I'll be going to the market. And that's where a bunch of different sellers from all over Bangkok and outside of Bangkok, they come and they sell their plants at the market. That's where I find a lot of the really cool plants that are unique and kind of more specific to what people are looking for with the wish lists, stuff like that. I've also found a lot of good bulk plants there as well. So I'm hoping to find some really cool syngonium this time around, and the market I think would be a good place for that. So, and syngonium are awesome because they tend to be really, really good importers. They've, at least for me, they've all done super well, super fast rooters. They all have usually very, very good root systems, and they're really easy to root and then acclimate. So that's kind of the itinerary. I will be in Thailand longer than that. I'm going to be doing some more traveling than I have in the past, which I'm so stoked about. I'm going to be going up north to visit my friend after I'm done plant shopping. So with that, I was wondering if you guys are interested in seeing the traveling in Thailand stuff, or if you're here just for the plants. I kind of want it to be like an immersive experience, so I kind of wanted to include the traveling as well, on top of the plants. But if that's like not something you guys are interested in, I can totally just save it for my personal Facebook. um, but if you are interested in it, then I can totally post. I'm actually really bad at social media and like posting stuff on social media. But I will do that for you guys for sure. If you guys want me to, I'll post all the cool things. Um, sorry, my phone just went a little whack there. I'll post all the cool things that we do at the end of my Thailand trip if you want me to. So comment below in the comments below what you want me to do with that. And yeah, that'll definitely give me some good insight of what you guys want to see and all that. So going more into how it all works, there are 2 ways to buy plants. So the first way is to buy the plants on the Facebook group. I'll be posting, that's the first way. The second way is through direct messaging. So the first way is through posting through the Facebook group. So what I'll do is I'll take pictures of the plants, and on the Facebook group, it's mostly for the bulk plants, but I will post some plants that there'll be like 4 or 5 of them, or even less. There might even be just like one specific plant. For the bulk plants, obviously it's seller's choice, so I'll take pictures of like reference plants. And then there will be some plants I post that are like, these are the specific plants that you'll be getting. And I'll indicate that in the post. So in the post, I'll put the plant name, the description, how many are available, and then the price of the plant and the deposit price. And with all of that, the price of the plant that I post, so in the post it'll say strawberry shake, $100. So what you'll be paying is the price of the plant. That includes everything, how much it cost me for the plant, like broker's fees, importing fees, shipping, all that to me, to the US. So all you have to worry about is how much I say the plant costs. And then you will also pay for shipping to you once the plants are in the US. So those are the only 2 things you will pay for. Everything else is already included. You don't have to worry about all that. And then I will also have an order form in the post. So the order form, basically what happens is when I post a plant and you want to buy it, then you comment sold or whatever, claim, whatever you want to do, on the post. And then you'll look at the payment methods that I also put in there, however you want to pay me. You will pay me the deposit, and it'll tell you the deposit amount in the post. And then you'll send a screenshot of your receipt and send it to me. And then you will fill out an order form. And the order form will be linked in every post that I make. I want to make it like as simple for you guys as I can and as easy for you guys as I can. But doing this order form is going to save me a lot of time, and I'll be able to get more sleep at night, because I usually don't sleep very much when I'm in Thailand, because I'm up like talking to everyone because it's daytime when it's nighttime for me and all that stuff. So I'm really hoping that this will make it easier for me, but then it'll also still be easy for you. So the order form, it should take you less than a minute to fill out. It's every single time you buy a plant from me, you'll fill out the order form, like for each plant. So the order form, it'll just have your name, the name of the plant, how much you paid me, the deposit, and then like the method of payment. So super easy. Like I said, it'll take you less than a minute, just very short answers. And with that being said, I'm gonna be a little bit more, a little more strict about this, but the deposit that you put down for plants that are 100 or less, it's usually the full price of the plant if it's 100 or less. If it's 100 or more, then it's usually half the price of the plant for the deposit. The deposit is what you pay me after you claim the plant. And then you pay the second half of the deposit right before I ship it to you from the US. So with that being said, I'm going to be more strict about you are only sending me those 2 payments or 1 payment if it's less than $100 or whatever. Just because this last trip, the first trip, it was like everyone pretty much just like sent me the money right away and then sent me exactly what the deposit said. So I didn't really have to like chase the numbers. But with this last trip, I kind of had to chase the numbers a lot more with orders. So I just am saying like no partial payments, no extra payments. It's just the payment for the deposit and then the payment for the remaining balance. So I'm going to be a little bit more strict with that because that will also help me stay organized. And saving time is a beautiful thing when you have a small business and you are working a lot more hours than just like a 9-to-5 kind of thing. Especially when you're a mom of 2 young children and having to like, spend time with them as well. So that is something that will be different this time, are the order forms. I'm really excited about it. I think it'll just be, I just really like it when things are organized. It just makes things easier and life easier. So I think it'll help a lot. So I'm really excited about that. So then the second way that you can buy plants is through direct messaging. So with direct messaging, so anyone can buy plants on the group. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do with your life, whatever. Anyone can buy plants on the group. The direct messaging is for those who have a budget of $500 or more. And that's like an overall budget of $500 or more. So, let's see, where's this list? Yeah, so, the way that wish lists work, or the direct message selling or buying works, is if you have that higher budget, I'm gonna post another form. I love Google Forms, if you couldn't tell. I'll be posting a form either like a few days up to a week before I go, and the form is gonna say, like ask you what your budget is, and this is for people who have a budget of 500 or above. So it'll ask you what your budget is, what your wish list plants are. The wish list plants, it starts at 3. You can choose 3 wish list plants, and then as your budget goes up, like the higher your budget, the more plants you can put on your wish list. So at $500, you can give me 3 wish list plants that you have. I do want to ask, if you do the wish list plants or the wish list whatever, to be realistic with what you're asking. So look at the market of the plant, like if you're asking me for a caramel marble for $100, like it's not gonna happen. And I think I'm gonna tell people that. I'm usually like, okay, I'll see what I could do, but I think I'm gonna be a little bit more blunt about it and be like, that's not super realistic. Like obviously I don't know exactly where the market is in Thailand, but I don't think you can get a caramel marble for $100 yet. So just be realistic with them. And then for the wish list plants that you choose, I would suggest doing plants that are a little bit harder to find, adding those on your wish list. Just because like if you put albo on your wish list, that's a plant that I would post in the group as a bulk. So you kind of be like wasting that spot of for a different plant that you could put on there that I wouldn't be posting in the group. Obviously, you don't know exactly what plants I'll be posting in the group, but you can go back and look at the types of plants that I have posted in the group in the past. And so that is kind of how the wish lists go. I'm trying to think if there's anything else with the wish list that I should add, or any questions you guys would have. Oh, and then something else that I did miss. So with this form, when you submit the form, that is your wish list. So again, it's just another way that I'm going to be able to save time. You can't add or take away any wish list plants after you submit the form. So really, really be sure about like what your wish list is, the plants that you have in mind that you're wanting me to find for you. Because it gets kind of difficult to be like getting all these messages like, oh, I wanted to add this, or I am a flexible person, but so if you do, message me and you're like, hey, I do want to add this plant, like if your budget goes up, that's fine. But otherwise, I'm just gonna say that's your final list, just because it'll save me time with messaging and all that stuff. So just be very, very sure when you submit your wish list. That's why I'm gonna do it like closer to when I'm leaving, so that you have time to really consolidate your list and let me know exactly what you're wanting me to find for you. And then I think I said that there will be like a description. I might not have. In the wish list form, there will be a description box to where you can say, exactly what you're looking for. Are you looking for high color variegation? Are you looking for sectoral, marbling, blah, 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 all that stuff? Just being very specific for what you're wanting out of like your wish list plant, so that it'll help me to know, oh my gosh, that plant is like exactly what Katie is looking for. Let me send that to her. I think that she would really like that. So that will be very, very helpful for me as well, just knowing exactly what you want. And if you don't have a preference, you can say that too. That's fine. And then, okay, I feel like I missed something. So if I did, I'll just put it in the post itself. But that's that for wishlist plants. So then when I get back to the US, before I do that, I will also have a form, like once I'm done selling all the plants, and you'll just fill out your, like your email, your name, your address, where you want this plant sent to, and then what method of shipping you want, all that good stuff. And then when I get back to the US, the plants, so I get back on a Sunday, and the plants are getting shipped out either on Sunday or Monday, like the same time that I'm getting back. So they should be getting to me like a couple days after I get back home. And what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna send the plants in 2 different shipments. So the first shipment will be the plants that are from the wish list, and then those will be shipped out like the week after I get back. And then I will start shipping. So if those get there like Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll start shipping out that very next week. And then I'll be shipping out for like those next 2 weeks. And then once I'm done with that, then the rest of the plants, they will be shipped to me like right after that. So I'm guessing they will probably be shipped at the end of March or beginning of April. I would probably say beginning of April will be like the bulk order plants. It helps. What I've found is, so I just got a shipment of I think 100 plants. And they've been doing awesome, super well. Almost all of them are out of water already and into moss. And so I just found that having smaller orders shipped to me, the plants do a lot better. I don't know if I think it's just because I can pay attention to all of them better, or I don't know, but they just do a lot better. And then also they go through inspections a lot faster too, because if I have 10 boxes, then they're going to want to go through all those boxes and inspection, and usually if you have like smaller shipments, they're kind of just like open up a plant from each genus, like, okay, open up this philodendron monstera, okay, it looks good, and then they'll send it off. So I'll be doing, the plan right now is to be shipping them to me from Thailand in 2 separate orders. So, and like I said, I want to focus a lot on the wish list plants. If I could get everyone's plant marked off from their wish list, that would be like my dream come true. That would be the ultimate goal, is to get you guys the plants that you're really looking for. And I want everyone to get the plants that they're looking for. So I will have a post that has, for the people who are buying mostly in the group, I'll have a post that you can give me suggestions of what you're looking for. And I'll take those for sure into consideration to know what are you guys all looking for. So they'll get here. I ship out the wish list plants the week after they get here. And that's the night before the night before I ship your plants out, I will pack them up, obviously. And then after I pack them up, that's when I know how much shipping will be. Shipping costs vary so much. Like, they can cost, or the weight of the package, the length, the dimensions of the package, and then also like how far away you are from me. They're called zones. What zone you are, what shipping zone you're in, it all affects how much shipping is going to cost. So I just found it easiest to charge exactly how much I'm getting charged. And I know that after I obviously pack up the plant. And then that's also when you pay for the rest of the plant, is at that time as well. So the first payment is when you put the deposit down to hold the plant right after I post it. And then the second payment is a couple weeks or a few weeks, depending on when your plants come, after that first payment, like right before I ship you your plant. Okay, so then let's see. And in the past, the last two trips we've had a lot of delays with shipping. The first was because there were a ton of plants, and I went to this one nursery, and I know that the pest came from that nursery because anyway, it was a whole thing with the plants. They had to get shipped back, and then like back to Thailand, and then to the US. And that was like the first time I've ever had pests in my import, and it was just a nightmare. So, and I knew it came from that nursery because I was like, crit, like, to my seller, when you send me the replacements, don't send me any replacements from that nursery. And the shipment came in well. And then the last trip, we had delays because it was like the middle of winter, and then also we had Christmas and New Year's. And anyway, so we will not have either of those things. We will not have pests from the different nurseries, the bad nurseries that have pests. And then we will also not have cold weather or holidays to worry about. So the plan is to get the plants to me the same week I get back, and then get you your plants that next week after. Like, that's what's gonna happen. So then, my replacement / refund policy. So these are imported plants. So if you don't have, if you have some mushy roots, I'm not refunding you, because that's just part of importing. So basically I replace / refund for dead on arrival plants only. So obviously if your plant looks like really, really sad, and it's like, I don't think that plant's going to make it in shipping, I will not ship it out. I will either keep it and like get it back to a healthy plant, or I'll just watch it die and then replace the plant for you. So the first option is, or I mean, it's not really an option. The first thing I will do is try to replace the plant. And if I can't replace the plant, then I will refund you for the plant. And that's my policy for that. So then, with the allocation anthurium, I, in my other trips, have not gotten any alocasia or anthurium. So with anthurium, my nursery that I get my plants from, or I mean my seller's nursery, he doesn't do anthurium, and then all the other nurseries that we go to, they don't really do anthurium either. So that's why I haven't gotten anthurium, but I'm gonna be going to this plant show, and I'm sure that there will be some there. So I'm really excited for that because a lot of you have been asking for that, and so I'm really excited to be able to give you guys some anthurium. So that's the plan. I will be bringing anthurium back home. Alocasia, so I talked to my seller last trip about it, and he said, I actually talked to another seller too. They both said that alocasia don't ship they don't import very well, which makes sense because they don't really ship very well either. Like, obviously you can ship alocasia here, and some of them do well, but some of them do not do well. Like more so than like philodendron and monstera and all that. So that's been my holdback with getting alocasia, because I have seen some alocasia at the market, and a lot of them were really small though. But that's been my holdup. So basically, it sounds like a lot like, if you want an alocasia, I can get you an alocasia, but I will not be holding any risk for the alocasia. So if it doesn't make it, then I will not refund you. I might find a replacement for you, but like, you would have to pay for that replacement. It sounds like for the most part, it's not like they just die, or like just completely rot. It just sounds like not shipping well means that they'll lose all their leaves, and then you have a corm, basically. You have a corm left. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a corm. It would just be like the nub on the bottom, like a bottom cut. But anyway, so that's the deal with alocasia. So like I said, if you guys want alocasia, I can give you alocasia, but my return and refund policy will be very different for alocasia, because just from what I've heard, you know, I don't want that risk, and that's why I haven't been importing them. But if you want to hold that risk, I will totally bring them back for you. So let me know with that. Like, is it worth it to you guys for me to get alocasia for you? Like, that's my disclaimer. I am a very open and honest person. So that's what I want to give to you guys. So, imports. Imports are super fun. I really like imports. I love being able to get this beautiful plant for a good price, and then do some work with it as well. Get some sweat equity into it, into the plants. So that, I just want you guys to know what to expect with like what imports are, because it's not like you're getting a fully established plant from Etsy or whatever. Imports, so let's see. I have some right here that are still in water. So this is a little strawberry shake, and these are the roots on it. So none of these are mushy at all, but I just changed the water and cut off any bad stuff. But that's what it looks like. You know, these roots are healthy. They're not mushy or anything. But if you put this in soil, this plant will die so fast. So what I do with imports, I don't know if I'm assuming most people do this, is I get new roots on the imports. Like, that is my goal for imports. That's like what acclimation is to me. getting a plant to a point where it is like comfortable enough to feel like it can grow in your environment. And the biggest indicator of that for me is when they get new roots. Um, it, it means that, you know, they're getting what they need to be able to survive. So what I do is I put them in water when I get them. And then once they have like a healthy root, and Thais are super good importers. They have nice, thick, and juicy roots. So once they get new roots, just like even just like a nub of a root, then I put them in. You can keep them in water. That's totally fine. But I have found that putting them into moss, once they get that root, the roots shoot off a lot quicker than just keeping them in water. And then what's really nice about moss, if you know how to use it, because I used to not know how to use it, and I would like rot everything because I would overwater moss. But what's nice about moss is that it's a very good transitional medium. So you don't really want to keep stuff in moss. There's no nutrients in moss. You have to add it all, just like any like hydroponic setup. Soil to me is amazing. I love soil. So with moss though, it's very easy transitional medium. So you put your little bitty root, like new root, into moss. It'll grow like crazy. And then once it has like really good roots, then I put it into soil. But you can put it into whatever medium you have, like a pond, anything after moss. And it usually like is transitions really, really easily. Definitely easier than just water to soil. So that's what I do with imports. And I just want you guys to know that these are imports that you're getting. I'm, you know, putting in the work. It's a lot of work to do all this, but I love it. It's fun work for me. But yeah, I am talking to the sellers. I am getting them all here to the US, making sure that they're okay, replacing any that aren't okay, and just making sure that you guys get really, really good imports. And I don't know, just having a good import experience. I'm kind of like the middleman. And I also really want to show you guys this really cool. This is like a cebu. Let's see. It's like a variegated cebu, but then it put out like this all white leaf. It's so cool. It's supposed to be like a marble variegation, but then it put out this all white leaf. Anyway, that was from last trip. I will also post the winner of the Thai constellation giveaway. Let me see if it's here. This is the Thai constellation that I will be giving away. It's really big. Anyway, super fun. It is an import, but it's free. So there's that. And then if you guys have any questions, I'm sure I missed stuff. Just let me know. Comment below any questions. You can always DM me. But I like it when you guys post questions in the group, because then if other group members have that same question, they have the answer right there. So let me know if I missed anything. If you guys still have any questions, I would love to hear them so that you guys can understand fully, you know, what will be going on, what you can expect, and all that good stuff. And just to end, I just really, really, really want to thank all of you guys for joining me on this journey of Thailand and plants and traveling. I obviously couldn't do this without all of you guys. And I'm just really, really grateful for all you guys. You guys have been awesome. Just like super chill plant people. And that's what I'm all about. So yeah, thank you guys. And let me know if you have any questions.